this. Okay, let me share. Wait. Share screen. So you guys should go to D2L, download the Excel. Wait, just let me find it first. So today is the 8th. So you should go to content and then click on September 8th and then download the Excel spreadsheet. You have to download it. And then open the file. Can you see? Okay. So this is a file. We kind of like, I show you guys this file like for a few seconds, the first day of class. So this is just to, you know, especially now the inflation rate is so high. So this is just to kind of calculate what will be our cost in the next few years, okay? So we have like, they have different input like to make the bookshelf. We have two types of bookshelves. One is cherry, one is oak. And cherry, both need 30 square feet, okay? And then both need 16 hours of labor. So we want to kind of calculate how much is the cost. And for labor hours, we need 16 hours. And for the labor, for the cost of the wood, cherry is a little bit more expensive, $550, and oak is $430 now. But we see there's an inflation rate or increase of the price for cherry 2.4%, which is not, you know, applicable nowadays, but you know, it's 2.4, and then oak inflation is 1.7. For labor, the current cost is $18.50 per hour, and projected increase is 1.5% every year. So how do we calculate? How do we just put in the formula using the information we have here to, let me see if they can, yeah, they should be able to hear me, to calculate the cost for the material, the labor, and this is for the per bookshelf. So basically just add up the material and the labor, right? So what should we do? Let me ask you. So next year, how much would the cherry cost? So it would cost, it would take us 30, we need 30 board feet, right? To make cherry bookshelf, and each one costs $550. But the price of this, but the price, what would be the price next year? It will increase 2.4%, right? So it will be what? 5.5 times 1 plus 2.4%, right? Next year. And then the year after, it will be 5.5 times the amount. Let's see if it's somewhere here. Oh well. Okay, so I just put it in here. So the first year, the price will be 5.5, right? I just listed here times 34 times 1 plus 2.4%, right? So this is the first year, right? The second year, it will be this price times 1 plus 2.4%, right? Right? So in theory, when we put it in the Excel, let's see, how will you do this? Like this is this year. This is year from now, 0 year. So for 0 year, the cost per board foot would be, right? Right, so we put equal this, right? And then this, it's the same as this. And if you want to be lazy, like I always does, you can just copy. Remember we talk about when we copy over, it will move over. So when you say B9, when you copy it this way, it will become C9. So if I click, it's C9, okay? But we have to think, because we want to be lazy. We want to just put formula for the first line, and then we'll be able to copy everything down. Okay, if you want to do that, what kind of formula we need to put it there? So that when we move it down, it would calculate whatever we want for us. So let me do it this way. Okay, so let's do B9 times. So the price will go up 2.4%, right? Every year. And so that means every year is like 1 plus 2.4% or to the power of n, whatever year it is. So this year will be to the power of 0, right? Okay, so we just need to put in this 1 plus this number to the power. In Excel, you use this. Can you see that? You use this sign. This sign. How do you call this? The inverse B. This sign. It's called caret. So you use that to tell Excel, okay, the next it will be to the power of something. So what do we use? We use this. So when we scroll down, it will move down, right? It will move down to, for the next year, for year 1, it will move down to 1. And then year 2 will be 2, to the power of 2. Okay? So this is how we do that. So if we do this, if you keep scrolling down, oh, something is wrong. Anybody know what happened? So if you click here, the second one, see? The price also moved down. So we need to lock. Remember last week we used range names or name range. I forgot range names. When we use range names, it will lock in that position. It wouldn't move. Remember? You guys remember? But for this, we want to be lazy. So we want to scroll it over to the oak. So we don't want to use range name because we want it to be able to move that direction, but not this direction. So what we do is we put a dollar sign. Okay? We put a dollar sign here. So this is B9. And we wanted to stay in 9, but we wanted to move to C. So in front of 9, we put a dollar sign. Okay. Same as 10. front of 10, we'll put a dollar sign. If you select, like if you select this cell and then press F4, you see the first time you press, yep. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oops. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh. Can you see it now? Okay. So, but then we won't be able to see the whole. Let's see. So for what did I do? So we have to do this again. Oh wait, I can scroll it back. Okay, so we put dollar sign. So what we can do is we can select B9 and you press F4. So the first time you press it, you see $2 signs in front of B and 9, but that's not what we want. Okay, so these $2 signs, the dollar sign B, dollar sign 9 is equivalent to range names. Okay, and then we can press F4 again. So now it's in front of 9. Is that what we want? Yeah, right. Because we want it. We want the oak be able to. When we move it to oak, it will be able to move to oak, right? Okay, so that's correct. And then B10, we also want a dollar sign in front of 10. How about A19? Do we want any dollar sign there? Who say no? So we wanted, like, we don't want a dollar sign in front of 19 because we wanted to move to a power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we want the 19 to move to 20, 21, but the A, we wanted to stay in A. Because when we scroll over to oak, we want it to be A, again, A19, and then when we scroll it down, it will be A20, right? So we want a dollar sign in front of A. So this is the formula we should use. When we put in this formula, even though in the beginning, it takes us a while to think, oh, where should we put dollar sign? But imagine if you need to make a file with hundreds of material over for 20 years. You just need to put formula in one cell and then you can just drag it over and then drag it down. Okay, so it's easier. And this template is not designed really well because if I would design it, I would drag it all the way. But here, the labor, we have to do it again. We have to click the labor part and stuff. So for this, so this is done, right? So let's do this. Let's drag it over and then double click, see if it's in the right place. It looks like it's good. And then what we can do is we can do this, select 2 cells, and then drag everything down. So from here, we can also, I usually double click on the last cell to see it still stay in the right place. Okay, it still stay in the right place. So this is good, right? Okay, any questions? Okay. Yeah? Sorry? You don't know what? Okay, just what? Oh, click. Oh, power, this one there. The dollar sign on the you can scroll it over. Oh, So the top one, let's see. If you, yeah. So the top one, you need to do the top. But let's see this one. Let's split it up. The bottom is. That's not right. Oh, because you didn't put a dollar sign for the sign. And you can also move it down. So when you see that like this and move it down. Yeah. But you need to put dollar sign. So what you do is you click here. I place, right? Yeah, so that's good. Okay. Everybody good? Oh. So you put in the formula, or do you want me to go through? So this is the cherry price, right? Oh. So you press equal. The price and the time. On what do you call this?
Oh, the parentheses.
The parentheses, yeah, parentheses 1 plus. Those are here from now 0. So this year will be the same price. So next year will be that price times 1.1 plus 2.4%. Or 1. Dollar sign from the something after B. You know what? Well, let me get it's the first two should be in front of the numbers, and then the last one should be in front of the. So try to think like where do you want it to stay? Like let me double click.
The dollar sign before the letter, it goes down that column, right?
Go.
Before the number stays fixed in that location.
Yeah, whatever you put dollar sign, it will stay fixed. So if you put it in front of 9, that means when you scroll down, it will stay there. But when you cross drag it course this way, it will go to C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. So that's how this works. Everybody with me now? So before we continue, I got more than 25 students signed up for the investment club. So, and then I got the dean to pay for the pizza. And he also said drinks. I forgot about drinks. So I'm going to order drinks and pizza. So anybody here would like to go? Like I know some of you didn't email me, but how many of you would like to go?
What is it?
It's Monday noon in Gassner 117. Okay, Gassner 117. You know where it is? Yeah, so Gassner, first floor. What kind of pizza do you guys like? You can come a little bit earlier. I will order the pizza will be here at 11:50. What kind of pizza do you guys like? You like everything? You like meat or any, like, what do you? I know my daughter only eat cheese. So meat, a lot of meat, different meat, right? How many of you prefer meat or just cheese? What kind of meat? Sausage or? Okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Chicken? Okay. So this is the first part. So do you guys want to try to do the labor part on your own? So labor part is very similar. It's very similar. Yeah, very similar. So the labor, this is the labor. So labor is this times the inflation, this, to the power of this. But because labor, we are just going to drag it down. So we could just put in, like, to be lazy, we can put in $ both, because it doesn't matter. We're not going to drag it over. Okay, so I just do this. I just press F4. Just do F4. But A19, we need it to be, we need to the power to go from 0 to 6. So that A19, I won't change it. But to be correct, it should be B and then $. Okay. Try. So yeah. Anybody move on to the next yet? Okay, so next is a little bit easier. So next is per bookshelf. So we know we need 30 board to make the 30 bowl feet to make the shelf, and then we need 16 hours. So what we do is just this times 30, right? And then plus labor times 16. That's it. But again, we need we need the what is it? Yeah, dollar sign. So, but do we want to keep B19? Yeah, we don't want dollar sign in front of B19 because when we drag it over to to oak, we want it to move to oak. And when we drag it down, we wanted to drag it down to the price for year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so B19, D19 will stay. No, D, actually, we have to put a dollar sign in front of D. Because when we drag it over to oak, we want it to stay in D. But when we drag it down, we want it to go down. How about B5 and B6? We want to put a dollar sign in front of 5 and 6, right? So when we drag it over, it will go over. So if you made a mistake, it's okay. When you drag it over and drag it down, the number will look weird. And all you need to do is to click. Let me just pretend, like, let me just put B6, okay? And then I'll just drag it over. It looked okay, but if I keep dragging down, we will see. So it looked weird. It will look weird. So that means there's a mistake I made. Okay, so we can click on here, and you see this cell moved. It's supposed to be here, 16. It moved down. So that's why. So I need to come here and then put a dollar sign in front of 6. Okay. So once I did that, I can again drag it over. 422 is the same because we wanted to move to D, to C. So when we do this, it should be correct. Now we can double click on the last cell. It's in the right place. It's in the right place. Okay. So this is the number. You can check your number, or this is the formula we'll use. Any questions? Everybody done? Yeah.
Click on the labor, like D9.
What?
How did you get the labor?
Oh, here.
Is that the same formula?
Almost the same as the B and C, the pole foot, but just a little bit different. And because we only have labor, we don't need to move. We don't have to cross it over. So I put dollar sign in both B13 and B14. You see that in front of B and in front of 14, because you just need to press F4 once and you put those sign there. But you don't, in theory, it should be in front of 13 and 14. But because labor only have one information, we don't need to drag it over. So I put dollar sign in both, which is it's not correct, it's just easier. Okay. So if you are done, save it, submit it to the Dropbox. Just a second. Let me see if I create Dropbox for September. Yeah, I did. Oh, somebody already submitted. Yeah, so submit it to Dropbox, and that's it.
9/8, right?
Yeah, September 9th. Any questions?
Yeah, can you repeat that about the Dropbox, because my computer was shut off.
Where did I, oh, what were you doing? Huh? What were you doing? You need to okay. Yeah, so next time you sit in the front row. So this you have to put in a formula. I recorded it, so what you can do is you can watch recording and then okay, yeah. But,
This should be your
and then you get to submit it to the so.
There you go. I don't know how. If I don't put it document, I lose it.
Any questions? Okay, so once you finish, you can submit it to assessment and then Dropbox, and then September 8th. So that's it. I'll end the meeting.